were able to gain some yards. Felt like I think when you look at just our run game, we were over 200 yards, close to 250. I think we did a good job with that. I think at times we're really good in the pass game. Looking back on it, I think we weren't good enough for long enough for us to be successful.
A couple guys come in, kind of rotating. How do you think they played when they came in?
Tony rotated more than he has so far, and I thought he played fine, did a good job. Had him bounced out the tackle a little bit, thought he did fine out there. It's good to get both Adam and Yodney a little bit of rest and let them settle down a little bit during the course of the game. I thought it was good and hope to be able to continue doing the same thing.
Was that something you prefer to not do too much? I mean, you want to have continuity out there with the same two guys?
I think it's a fine line between continuity and keeping guys fresh. When you come down to a game like that, late third quarter and the fourth quarter, if you can save 20 plays throughout the game on a guy, that's 20 plays he's going to play better at the end of the game. So I like rotating guys. And guys deserve to be in there and they're playing well. But at the same time, it's that line of what's too much, what isn't enough.
What are you seeing what's your confidence level right now in the tackles where you go from the striker and those guys on the edge to now you have Ogba and that talented group of guys out in Oklahoma State?
I have confidence that our guys can play with those guys, can block those guys, and give us a chance to win the football game.
I assume, in being against Oklahoma, you had the effort you wanted. It was just more execution and technique.
Yeah, we lost our technique at times, which, again, can happen for numerous reasons. It can happen because you get tired. It can happen because they give you a look that you weren't prepared for, didn't expect. It can happen because you lose focus for a split second, then it's too late. So we lost it a few times. Again, it's something we're going to talk about, we're going to address, keep working to improve.
What has made Oklahoma State so successful in rushing the passer this year?
I think they've got a good combination of guys who are long and athletic and fast, but they still have a lot of power to them, so they can get their hands on you, push you back to the quarterback. They do a lot of different things very well.
I think some of you guys dreamed about striker for a day or two.
I don't know if I'd call it a dream, but I saw him in my sleep.
I guess you have to feel you're fortunate not to face someone like that every week.
He's
special.
Yeah, they got a couple of them that are like that, But every team's got somebody that does something a little bit different and something a little bit better than the team you just played. So we got another big challenge. And, again, we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see how these guys come together this week and how they go out and perform.
As Dana pointed out last week, you got a lot of tackles for losses and a lot of sacks, and now you get the team that's leading the nation. Is this as big a challenge as Oklahoma?
I absolutely think it is. These guys are very talented. They're at least in the top 20. I don't know where they're ranked, but I know they were, up there. And, if you don't bring your best game, you can get run out of the stadium pretty quick. So, we're going to preach about focus. We're going to preach about playing our game, and hopefully we buy into it and go out and execute better over the course of the entire game than we did last week.
That was not what we saw this past week.
It was good at times. It was really good at times. It just wasn't good enough for long enough.
Why was it better in the run game, you think, with more their defense and the way they attack?
No, I think that we were able to create movement in the run game. We weren't fighting against their strength. I think, with those guys coming off the edges, we were able to perform better.
What about a guy like Yodney, a freshman, and obviously his stiffest challenge against Oklahoma? How does he build off a game like that? Is that good experience?
Hey, anytime you can go against guys like we saw, it's going to help him. He's going to improve. But what he needs to do and what we're going to talk about throughout the week is, you did a lot of good stuff. Look at this. Look at your technique on this one, where you get into him. You got locked out. You're moving your near foot in front of him. All that stuff that you see him do on successful plays, but he doesn't do on the ones he's unsuccessful. You got to make sure he sees both of those, and you continue to work on doing it the right way every time.